Sawadee Kap. May 8th. If you're happy and you know it and you really, really want to show it, clap your hands. If you really are smarter than others, challenge, throwing down it, smack, throwing down the gauntlet here. If you really are smarter than others, show them with your action. Okay? It is a natural human reaction for you to wish to correct others when you see them making a mistake, especially online. Okay, so I'm 57 years old, right? So obviously online is a relatively new thing for me. When I grew up, in second grade and, high school, online wasn't a thing. It was and when I was in high school, they had just come out with like dial-up, that do, or the modem making noises. You could hear it calling, whatever. I mean, you guys don't know what the hell I'm talking about, because now modems are way, way faster and way quieter. You don't hear the sounds anymore. But like me and Al Gore invented the internet, right? Old fucks like us. But when we were kids and teenagers, it wasn't there. Everybody didn't have a smartphone like they do now. Down to 6-year-olds have smartphones now. That wasn't that way, back in the 70s, obviously. So it's very interesting that everybody wants to correct everybody else. Keyboard commandos, internet muscles, whatever you want to call it. People say shit to other people online, rude, disrespectful, that they'd never say in person. And that's what's so funny to me about the new generation is they're all pumped up and, dude, I would totally fuck you up and crush you. Okay, come on, let's go. Here's my address. Show up at the door. We'll see what's up. Oh no. I just want to say that online, be aggressive and testosterone up and angry, but I would never ever show up at your door because you would fucking kill me. Yeah, I would kill you. I'd fucking strangle the life out of you after I hurt you really badly because you're a punk. But that never happens. There's never you don't have to deal with what you said online ever. There's no day of reckoning. There's no way that pussy would show up at the door or meet me at the coffee shop or whatever. It's not going to happen. You know it's not going to happen. I know it's not going to happen. They know it's not going to happen, which is why they say that shit. So what's that say about the generation that does that? What's that say about people who throw words out there, challenging words, throw down words? I'm from Jersey. You say certain things, we're going to go. But now on the internet, they're in fucking Iowa or Kuala Lumpur or wherever the fuck they are talking shit, safe in their mommy's basement. And they're talking all kinds of shit and they never have to back it up. And they do. They talk shit. I mean, it's all over the internet. So what's that say about this generation that they do that they hide behind the keyboard and say shit, that they write checks with their keyboard that their ass can't cash repeatedly every day? I mean, trolls, they call them trolls, are all over the internet just looking to pick a fight because they can't win a fight in real life. So they're going to pick an internet fight where they feel like they win because I got the last zinger in. Hit that enter button. I'm the man. No, you're a piece of shit. You're worthless. I've got absolutely no value whatsoever to society or yourself. You're nothing, right? But they want to correct all your mistakes, right? on the internet, not in real life. It can't ever be real. It's got to be on the internet where they can be whatever avatar they've created of themselves. That's who they are, is their avatar, their image of themselves, right? Because that's how gaming works, and obviously gaming is how real life works, right? I'm glad I'm old. I'm out of here in 20, 30 years. It may be, God willing. I did find out why my buddy died. His pastor wrote me an email saying he died of COPD because he smoked. My buddy Lee. So there is that. I can kind of close that chapter out, wondering what happened to him all of a sudden. I was talking to him literally 3 weeks ago on Facebook Messenger using the video call feature, and then I get an email from a friend of his that he's dead. What the hell happened to COPD? And that's because he smoked. So you smoke, you're going to die earlier than you would have died without smoking. Pretty simple. If you drink to the point where your liver goes bad, you're going to die from bad liver and complications. You know? So, it is what it is. Anyway, people correcting others. I see that a lot on the internet, as I said, from these pussies who have no fucking balls. When you see them making a mistake or doing something differently than you would have done it, it is far more difficult to control the impulse to show them how much more intelligent you are. And it doesn't take intelligence. We did a thing a couple of weeks back about critics and how, you know, those who can do and create, artists, you know, movies, sculpture, art, music, and those who can't criticize it, right? They're failed artists is what most critics are. And they only want to take apart other people's work and not create anything themselves. But why? Because it's scary to create. It's scary to put something out there and say, do you like this music or piece of art or whatever? And they're too, you know, pussies. Once again, I use that word pussy, not as in a vagina, but as in a person with no guts, no balls, no fortitude, who's tender and delicate, can't withstand any they're dishing it out, but a critic is worst at taking it. They can sure as fuck dish it out and call other people shit, and they can't take even one where they curl up in a little ball and, oh, no, you said something hurtful to me, I need a safe space. So whatever, they're worthless, you can pretty much say. Far more difficult to control the impulse. The ability to recognize and control such impulses marks the beginning of the development of wisdom. Or how about just being mature? I mean, that's being mature and being responsible for your actions on the internet or in real life. A wise person knows that when he shows intelligence with the action he takes, others learn a far more valuable and lasting lesson. Sometimes, once again, I'm not sure the audience is picking up what we're putting down these days, but, well, you know, some do, and that's enough. That's reason enough to do it. Some people get it and figure it out. If you see someone who could benefit from your advice, you can gently, I can't do anything gently, bam, 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 bam. But whatever, you can gently lead him to a more appropriate conclusion by asking open-ended, not judgmental questions. Oh boy, is this written for today, huh? Don't judge me. I can't stand judging. Hey, let me give you a little news flash here, kiddies. Everybody fucking judges you every day. When you're on a blind date, you're being judged. When you go to interview for a job, you're being judged. When you show up at work every day, you're being judged. How do you dress? What do you say? Everybody is fucking judging you every minute of every goddamn day. That's reality. That's fucking reality. You know, they call it sizing you up. It's just reality. So, looking for this non-judgmental safe space, good luck. Let me know how that works out for you. Let others find the flaws in their reasoning by leading them logically through the process. Okay, as we're all, I wouldn't put the time in. I really, unless it's somebody, you know, working for me or a friend of mine I'm close to, why put the time in? Let them go off on their rant. You don't need to fix them, just like they don't need to fix you, in my not so humble opinion. As Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, well, right here, this is a good quote, because anything Ralph Waldo Emerson said, you know, pay attention. Focus in on this next part. It's Ralph Waldo Emerson, for fuck's sake. The secret of education lies in respecting the pupil. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's Waldo. Waldo's the man. He speak it, Waldo. Secret of education lies in respecting the pupil. That's, yeah, I mean, obviously if people feel that you respect them, they're going to be more receptive to your message. Yeah. I get it. I'm pretty. It was the word cocksure came up, and I didn't want to use it because it has cock in it. It's funny. You know, that's a word I just would have used and not even thought about. But you know, trying to bring my speech into the 21st century. I'm very sure of myself, right? We'll drop off the cock. Say it without the cock. Drop the cock. Drop your cocks and grab your socks. Reveille, reveille, right? The fucking drill instructors in boot camp beating on the fucking garbage can with a wooden spoon, getting you up at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. It was god awful early. And now I wake up 6, like today, by myself without any fucking drill instructor banging the thing. But when I was 20 something, I was not waking up at 6 in the morning or 5 in the morning. It's some fucking ungodly hour. Drop your cocks and grab your socks. You're like, motherfucker, and you'd never say that to the drill instructor, of course. Motherfucker, I was sleeping. I'm fucking exhausted. I wasn't playing with my cock, but that's a cute little thing. Good on you. And you only say it to every fucking class, year in and year out. That doesn't get old at all. Whatever. So anyway, I'm very sure of myself, and sometimes that can come off as like what they're saying, not respecting the people I'm teaching or whatever. And obviously I don't mean it that way. I do respect the people I train and teach. I do like them, love them, embrace them, and not embrace, but I don't think I'm better than the people I'm teaching. I'm older. I'm older, more experienced, been there, done that. That sums me up in one sentence, has been there, done that. So the only good thing about being old is I can maybe save some younger people or less experienced people the problems, the mistakes, the pitfalls that I went through. I don't want anybody to go through 2014. It sucked. It absolutely sucked being fucking flat-ass broke. And I don't want that to happen to anybody. I want them, while they still have a job like I had, back in 1989 through 2001 when I had a day job. I want people who are in that position to learn from my mistakes and not do what I did, and fuck up and start a failed business, and the result being 2014 where I had no money. So trying to help you out. I don't think I'm better than you. I'm just more experienced because I'm an old fuck. That's when you're 57 years old. You got some stories. I got stories. You want some stories? I got stories. So that's that. Covered a lot of ground today. Fucking internet commandos, the new generation, which seems that most of them are. I mean, some are. This is how pathetic internet commandos are. Some are fucking Gen X. And if you think about it, they're too old to be internet commandos. Millennials and centennials, which is the bulk of the internet commandos that you can get because they grew up on the internet and that's the only way they know to fight. Or they're trying to prove themselves, trying to be a man. The less of a man you are, the more you try to prove it. So there is that. But there's some fucking Gen Xers doing that shit. Now, are there baby boomer internet trolls? I guess somewhere. Not that I wouldn't say that that's what defines that generation, because I'm the second to last year of the boomers. I was born in '63, and the boomers ended in '64. So I doubt there's very many 60-year-olds trolling people on the internet, but are there some? Sure. I'm sure some people jumped into that, they're finally going to get some respect. They never got it in real life, and now they're going to get it on the internet. And of course, nobody respects an internet troll, but a lot of people, me included, I'm guilty of this too. I always try to be transparent about this shit. I'll get drawn in to internet scraps, I'll get fired up. They'll say something that pushes my buttons, not all the time. Obviously, I'm not on the internet that much, but I will get baited sometimes into an argument with a total dweeb, that I'm just wasting my time, wasting my breath, but obviously not that often. So that's it. We talked about trolls. We talked about, constructively criticizing people and helping them. And if you care about somebody, and like I said, if you have a relationship with them and there's something to you, then yeah, try to help them. That's what you do as a friend or mentor or whatever. But in general, like trying to fix the public, especially online, that's not a productive use of your time. You need to be working on your goals and your business instead. In my not so humble opinion.